And I'm live. Fuck. What a weekend. So busy, so rushed. So many things went so wrong. Overall, it was a fantastic event run by Umesh and Be Strong Arm Wrestling. Oh my God. If you ever get a chance to go downtown Toronto into that Kensington Market, pass on that. I did not like being there at all. It's way too peoply out for me. Way too fucking peoply. Stacy, you're always in there. Always first. You bought me this beer right here. Now, at Taco Taco, where we had this event, it starts off at like $8 to get a fucking beer. Like, fuck me. That's the most I've ever paid for a beer without having it served to me by somebody naked. And then as soon as like beer stores close, like 9 o'clock, the beers go to $11 each. Holy fuck. It was expensive to get drunk down there. I'll tell you what. Oh. Devin's Farm, thank you very much for the thumbnails. I really appreciate all the shit you do. I got that shirt already signed. I sent you the video. We got your name put on it now. I just got to get it into the mail for you this week. Too bad Devin's Terminator electrical interference messed up the live stream. Oh, did the live stream get all fucked up there? It's terrible. Just woke up, time for a beer. I've barely gotten to sleep yet. Also time for a beer. Big Beer Boss, that is me. Damn typos, good to see you. I love typos. They're my favorite. Oh, I am very, very much not great alive. I didn't have any of those tacos, though. Hello from Boston. What's up, JW Buckley? I didn't have the tacos. The beer wife tried some. We haven't even spoken about whether they were good or not, but it's Taco Taco. It should be good, right? It was a weird little place. Like, it's this taco restaurant and lounge in the front, and then there's like this open bar in the back where we had the tournament, and we were like crammed into a little alley if you wanted to go outside to smoke. It was a weird little place. Yeah, I don't think the tacos were that great, but I'm not a taco guy, you know. Perfect, right there's good. That bottom's gonna fall out of that case. Holy fuck. Are you taking off?
Oh,
okay. All right. So I won't be live for very long here tonight, guys. It's playoff time. The Leafs are playing tonight. I gotta, I do gotta watch the game. So I've got like 40 minutes before I gotta get onto that. I did win my right-handed match. I lost left 3-2, but I made that big prick fight for it. I'll tell you that. My right-handed match was sponsored by this Bell City Brewery. So I got like 4 cases of these Fresh Ideas dry hopped hazy IPAs. 6.3%. Oh, fuck. I'm going to be good and drunk for a little bit. It might take me a few days to get through those 4 cases of those. And then I got, 228 of beer plus $500 worth of beer at the beer store. Pretty happy right now about all of that. Jamie Staken, strong as fuck. I knew that guy was incredibly strong in a hook, and I really wanted to get in there and just like shoulder to shoulder and try to fuck him off out of there. And I figured out within like in the setup of the first round, within like the first 3-4 seconds of that setup in the first round, I might not be able to just bully my way through him with my shoulder. He's fucking strong. So I had to real quickly recompute a game plan for that, and all outside up to the straps through his hand, because we did agree that every match would start in the straps. So in round 1, I was able to take his hand, drag it out, strong as fuck. Wasn't easy to do, but I got it done. Round 2, we switched sides. Now, not to shit on the referees. I think the referees did a great job. The downside referee had to keep moving. So where she needs to be in the center to get a proper view, an angle to watch everything that she's supposed to be doing, she was in the way of the cameras for the live feed. And the promoter kept saying, "Hey, you can't stand right in the middle like that. You're blocking the cameras." Well, what am I supposed to do? Where do you want me to stand then? Well, stand down here off to the side. So it was almost like they had a single ref system working, but didn't explain to the top ref that we're working with basically a single ref system, and your downside ref's just there to support as best it can. So they were reffing as if it was the normal standard 2 ref system, while the bottom side ref is forced into way out of position and not being able to make the calls properly because 1, they can't see, and 2, the head ref can't see the downside ref. So we ended up a little bit of issue going on with that. So every time I got to the other side of the table, Jamie Stegan, being as strong as he is, if he's allowed to have his hand turned under a little bit, I just wasn't able to peel out of his hand. When we both got straight completely, I was able to get through pretty okay. But it was tough. So every time we switched, he got me at round 2. And then we go back to round 3. I get the good side again, where the head side ref. So the downside ref is seeing that he's carved under and giving the signal to straighten us out. But all the topside ref sees is me being completely straight and says, "Okay, well, looks good, go." And I lost. So we go back to the other side. The top ref can see that he's carved under, straightens him out. I get the win again. We go into round 4. I don't really want to fight if I can't get to that good spot right away. I don't want to be tiring myself out from a worse spot and then possibly losing round 5 because I burnt my arm up. So in round 4, I fought for the position. I got my hand, I got the webbing, I did all the stuff I'm supposed to do. And then we couldn't get it straightened right out. And as soon as I felt that, like, I'm not going to get through here right now, I decided it was best just to let that one go. He gets that win. We switch sides. We can get it actually straightened out, which is surprising. As drunk as I was, I got it sorted out that I was able to make these little adjustments to get the win, but it was tough. Evan should have won 6-0 against who? Yoda, blow down nerds, smash the like button. Oh God, it's awesome hearing people called nerds. When Devin was pulling, his energy zapped the live into leg oblivion. Only seen that go. Devin looked like a wrecking machine, just a monster. Like, he didn't feel anybody there at all. It was crazy. Devin is just ridiculously strong, and he didn't take a day's rest to go do that. He just walked in, smashed everybody super easy, like you would expect from an elite. Next bottom 8 won't be until travel restrictions completely open up to make it easy. I convinced Devin to pull on that. It's good for the local promoter who's running this tournament, having a guy like Devin there and competing. And Devin made some money. Why wouldn't you want to go make $600 and get a really good workout in, practice those ready goes and hitting and the stuff that you don't get to normally do. Leo Strong assessment. Hell, Devin was massive when I met him at 5. No, at 506 he was not. He is now. His back grew more than his arms have. Yeah, his arms haven't. They've grown. But yeah, his body is just so much bigger than he ever was. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, an excuse. I was explaining how the match went. And Jamie Stegan is strong as fuck. And so is Austin Jaggers. Devin is more imposing than standing next to Ilya Golem. No, not so much. Jaggers and Lachlan right-handed. They match up very different. Lachlan more cup-based. Jaggers more back pressure-based right-handed. Whichever one can dictate the pace. I'm assuming that Austin's going to be a little bit less polished than Lachlan is as far as technique goes. I would probably pick Lachlan. Yeah, no, the guy that I beat right-handed, incredibly strong if he got anything near what he wanted. Do you think Devin is actually only 275? He's a little bit more than that, but I'm pretty sure he's still under 280 yet. But he hasn't really started packing on the weight like he does in those final weeks of the finishing resting. If you ever plan on coming down to Florida, I'd love to super match with you. We could put however much money you want, and I can house you. Wow, driving all the way down to Florida is a little bit of a costly detour for me. But I'm definitely open to talks, just not anytime soon. The rest of my year is like booked fucking solid with competition. I've got like 12 matches that I still need to do before the end of the year. My guess is 292 morning weight. No, he's not that heavy. 275, what he pulled at 506 against Chafee. Yeah, so that was big for him, but that was 275 finish weight. He's not at the finish weight right now. He's still just, he's in a lot better shape for 275 than he was then. I wouldn't be surprised if he hits that 300 by the end of it. Hey, I've never arm wrestled, just a huge fan. How much value does someone like Devin get from turning up to a tournament and smashing everyone? Is it the same as a warm-up? Yeah, so basically it was just a really good last practice for him kind of thing, the last hard night before he goes into his big rest mode. But it's always good to stay sharp, having actual refs, ready goes. Devin doesn't do hitting ever in practice, ever. So doing some last minute ready goes like that, as long as he doesn't get injured doing it, it's perfect. Oh yeah, can't say big numbers yet. Well, he's not huge yet, but I think he will be by the time they get there. Like he's pretty big. He's bigger than he's ever been this far out of a match. I know that. Oh, so I got like half an hour left. We went through. He should be starting into his rest phase very soon. I don't know if it's right now, but he doesn't have much time left actually on the tables arm wrestling. Do you have a favorite beer, or are you more omnivorous? I like beer. I like all beer. How impressive is Victor? Victor is super impressive. He came a long way to compete here. I like that dude. He knows how to arm wrestle. He knows how to finesse refs. He knows how to adjust and really fuck around the setups to gain advantage. Victor's the real deal. He lacks a little bit of high-end strength, but I got on the practice table with Victor some, and the kid's like a sponge. Like he picks up everything really quick. You go over a setup or a movement with him like once, and he got it. So Victor is definitely an impressive dude. White Wolf, sup lads? Anyone bring up the reffing from last night? The reffing at our event, I can't blame the refs for any of it. So the one match with between me and Austin, so he got it into the hook and it started coming down. My arm was going down. Austin pinned me, but the low side ref, like I said, through no fault of her own, was forced to stand way out of position. Right. So when she calls the pin, because it's loud and stuff, the topside ref doesn't hear her yell pin. Maybe she didn't yell it loud enough, but she did signal it. So Austin kind of stopped pulling. Well, so did I. And then I looked up at Earl, who's the topside ref, and he kind of looks like, nobody stopped this. So immediately I pinned him, and Earl calls the win for me. Now, once they called the win for me, that would have given me the 3-2 win. I may not have been super proud. No, I definitely would have loved to have gotten a real fucky win like that. It would have been awesome. But once he did call the win, Austin looked at him and was like, but the other ref already called pin. So, the head ref looked at the downside ref, did you call a pin and say stop? And yeah, winner. And he's like, okay, that it was called first there. Yep, definitely there. It was just hard for them to communicate well. But there's no way I'm not going to go for it when the head ref is sitting there saying match hasn't stopped yet. So I've done this as a ref before, where I was expecting one outcome, so I shot myself on go into position to watch for what I thought the most likely outcome was, and it that wasn't what it was. So I was out of position, and I didn't see the pin that happened, the flash pin, because of it. Now, as a referee, you can't call something that you don't see. Even if you know what happened, you can't call it if you don't see it. Like if I'm watching one thing and all of a sudden I see the arm jump as if it slid off of the elbow pad, hits the table, and comes back up, right? I am positive that is what just happened. But if I didn't see the elbow leave the pad, I can't call the elbow foul, even though I know what happened, right? So I've had matches like that where there was a flash pin. I know it, but I didn't see it, right? I was just out of position. I did not see wrist to fingertip break the plane of the pin line, so I can't call it. And they both just stopped and looked at me. And I was like, I didn't call a pin. So when the guy that had done the flash pin picked his arm up and said, good job, I had to call an elbow foul on him, unless the downside ref would have called it, but he didn't either. So I'm like, look, that's an elbow foul. I know I fucked this up, my bad, but we didn't see the pin. We can't call the pin. One elbow foul, do it again. It's human error. You can't call something you don't see. And what are you going to do? Everybody makes mistakes. In that scenario, though, it wasn't a mistake. It was the situation that we had to deal with. Where am I in the chat now? He mentioned to me he's all about the setup. Arm wrestling is 90% setup. I love the pin after the pin ref. Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? Ali, I know Victor's good. I arm wrestled with him down in Dunville last August. I know that Victor is fantastic. He's great. I'm assuming that's the one you were talking about. Valley, what's going on, Evan? Hey, fellas. What's going on, Valley? Oh, you mentioned on the fix, you almost got everyone killed. Oh, geez. I'm not entirely sure I'm allowed to go through all that. I did win an awful lot of beer, and I took a lot of Jaeger bombs at the match. I had myself a Jaeger bomb right before going to the table for my second match. I did end up a little inebriated by the end of the night. A little bit of a raspy voice here today from yelling and screaming so much. We had a good time. I got drove home from the bar by a couple of buddies who went back to the hotel. And you just shouldn't let me out in public when I'm that drunk. I'm not sure if I'm actually allowed to tell some of these stories because I'm an idiot. But basically, I think that's about as far as I'm allowed to go with that. I've got a bit of a talking problem when I get drinking too much, and not everybody finds me as funny as I do, I guess. Especially when you start getting into those downtown big city areas where like, we don't find you funny, so we should probably shoot you. I'm like, we should probably drive away from this real quick. And in my defense, that looked in that one corner like it was three gangster looking dudes that were pimps or something. And when I said what I said, I really did think those girls were prostitutes, and I meant no offense. My bad. Those guys didn't find it as funny. I guess two of those girls had boyfriends. So, the beer chug off showcased your drunkenness pretty well, I would say. What beer chug off? There was a beer chug off? I don't recall a beer chug off if that's a real thing. I don't know. Yeah, you'll have to like give me some keywords that I can pull those out of the data files. I don't remember any type of beer chug off. I did drink a lot of beer and a lot of shots and then a bunch of whiskey. And then somehow ended up back at the hotel with like 6 cases of beer, which I don't want to go to bed yet. I'm all drunked up and not ready to shut down. So what else am I going to do? Take it easy, Fox 8 Ball. We'll talk to you soon, buddy. So I just grabbed a few beers and went down to the gym that's open 24 hours a day there. And they got some pretty good cable machines and the rope pulleys. And I just sat there drinking beer, working out for an hour, trying to get some blood flow going because, oh my God, my shit hurts so bad. I don't know why anybody does this fucking sport. Every part of it fucking hurts. Oh my God. Bone would not have beaten Jaeger's left-handed. Not fucking close. That dude's ranked number 10 in North America for how he's been pulling the last year. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nobody's even really been slowing him down. Paul Passmore, who's a fucking destroyer, had a tough match with him, and Austin won that 3-0. So, getting in there with him, I lost 3-2, but I really did think I held my own with him really good. Whenever I said yes to the match, I thought I was going to get probably blasted out 3-0. And then as we get closer, my training went well. I was feeling really good, and I'm like, fuck, I think I could beat this guy. Then he shows up, and yeah, he was 300 pounds, and I'm only 250 or whatever. But I mean, I'm standing in front of him, and I'm looking at him like, fuck, you're not as big as I thought you were, man. I thought you were going to be a lot bigger. This is going to be a fun day. And he takes a look at me, and he's like, fuck, eh? You're a lot bigger than I thought you were going to be. This might be a lot harder than I thought. I'm like, well, we're going to find out. So we had a good match. We actually pulled so hard in the first round that we broke the fucking table. Right? So there was some serious fucking torque on it. I'm a little disappointed that how hard I've been training, and, I'm in pretty good shape for it. And I was really fucking strong. I showed up ready to go. Like, I got no excuses for my performance. I just wish it would have showed how much better I have gotten, especially in that strength department and being able to put it all together. I really feel like I showed up ready to go, looking to show off that stuff. My opponents just showed up really fucking ready too. So I didn't come out of it looking as good as I would have liked to, but that's hats off to them. They showed up equally fucking ready to go. Tell you this though, Austin Jaggers wouldn't stop talking about how much fucking stronger Canadians are than Americans. He arm wrestled a whole whack of us up here, and he's like, just the average level of arm wrestler in Canada is so much fucking better than anything he gets to pull anywhere down in the States. Like, he runs through these tournaments, and it's just he was super impressed with how strong, like, not just one of us is, but like a lot of us. He got to pull with like Pork Chop and Mulva Hill and myself, and then Devin, but Devin's a fucking freak. So yeah, all in all, it was a pretty good weekend, even though we had a lot of fucking around I had to deal with. You better not let Neil crack your wrist. You never know. You'll never hear the end of that. I'm not worried about it. Watch my right-handed match over the weekend. My wrist doesn't get cracked. So traditionally right-handed, I want a hook. This dude just happens to have incredible elbow drive. So he was willing to meet. I wanted to go usually. It just kind of scared me, and there was a lot of beer on the line, and I was more concerned with winning than I was with finding out whether or not I could beat him in the hook. Going into it, I wanted to find that out. He just felt so goddamn strong that I chose the easier route to getting all of the beer, which is really the most important part. Adrenaline dump. So yeah, an adrenaline dump when that table broke. So I won round one, and I was in the driver's seat, right? I was all over him. I didn't want to stop that, but the table broke. I was trying to convince him, like, fuck it, let's pull on a broken table. Let's keep fucking going. Like, get that other table ready. Until then, let's get back on this table. Let's get back to work. Yeah, a 20-minute rest in between those rounds. It's hard to keep yourself up for that long, you know. I still got the second one as soon as we got the table switched out, but it was rough. It was rough. How pissed was everyone that Devin showed up and gave it? No, nobody was pissed about it. Everybody wants a crack at a real ready go at Devin. So yeah, your chances of winning the tournament or that hammer or the money, it's gone, right? Essentially, it's gone. Devin's there. But if you're the guy that beats Devin, there's a lot more upside if you can do it, even though you can't. So I think everybody really liked it. So I got a video that we got edited up today, not of the actual arm wrestling, but basically just about my drinking and some of the shenanigans. I don't really remember getting back to the hotel except for like the 4 o'clock in the morning working out with beers. But I woke up in the morning and the wife's like showing me videos. Apparently I showed up back in the hotel room on a fucking beer dolly full of beers. And yeah, so we got that video edited up. We're going to be throwing that up tonight. Check that out. It's pretty funny. I love my black beer, Tooheys Old Best beer. Never tried it. But all right, guys. Yeah, the hockey game starts at 7. So we got like 3 minutes left. Any questions you had over the weekend? We should get through right now. Guys, the hockey game's kind of important. It's the Leafs. It's playoffs. I got to see it. I got to watch. Dude, can't wait for that video. Yeah, it's pretty funny. As I was driving home from Toronto, Dwight was just sitting there giggling, watching these videos and like clipping shit together. It's fuck. I was definitely slightly inebriated by the time I got back to the hotel room. Certain malt liquors are great. Some malt liquors are good. Some are not. When's the next match? 4 weeks is my next match out in Red Deer. Left-handed, I'm pulling. Mark Harrison, bad dude. Definitely one of the top 242 guys in Canada. If I show up with my left arm the way I did with Austin, that's going 3-0 for sure. I'll definitely get to drink some beers and talk shit during the match. That'll be fun. Right-handed, I got some Swedish schmuck that Chance's buddies with. So I got to beat up Chance's buddy right-handed, and Mulville's going to beat up Chance right-handed. That's going to be a good one way out there. I did not get to watch any of the fights. I did see some pretty good photos of the Ferguson Chandler one, though. Whoa, I have never chosen so wrongly when picking the winners in the UFCs ever as I did last night, though. Ali Hamadia, you did great, bro. I thought you were going to get destroyed. Well, fuck you very much, Ali. I think I did very well. That is like one of the coolest backhanded compliments you've ever given me. So, fuck off. Did you get to check the results? Yes, I did. Hello, Muscleman. Oh, dude, are you to do this? I'm not. Look, you pay me $1,000 and I will flex my wiener for you. If not, stop being weird, man. Go Leafs. Smash the like button. Main event was good. I heard the co-main wasn't very good with Rose and Esparza and Rose losing. I don't know. I was really hoping Rose was going to win. Oliveira winning is not overly surprising, but yeah, I haven't got a chance to see them yet. I'd like to. Oh yeah. Ferguson face planting like that was pretty rough. Yeah. So one, even though the champ won, he's not the champ anymore, and then the other champ lost, and like apparently a really shitty fight. I'm gonna see you in a few weeks. Got to be friends with you. Well, Ali, we don't actually have to be friends. I mean, yeah, I like being friends with everybody, but yeah, we'll have a beer when I see you, buddy. Oh no, that world's strongest man. It's definitely a little creepy, for sure. I try to put on a show when I'm on the table for you guys. You know, arm wrestling's not particularly an entertaining sport for those that aren't, super hardcore about arm wrestling. When I get up to the table, I try to, blow that up a little bit so people can, have something to see. I like putting a show on. Yeah, I enjoy it. I got ranked 43 out of 4,610 on Reddit position predictions. Well, that's not bad. Can you flex one arm? Yeah, I can. I'm not going to. I told you, pay me. Because you're fucking weird and creepy. But I will flex for a weird, creepy dude if he's paying me, I guess. Just like, I'm not going to flex my butthole for you. Not on YouTube. Put $100 down on the Kings, 40-1 odds. Well, I want the Leafs to win, but if they don't, I hope White Wolf makes some money. Then he can send me some of those 500,000 cases of beer he has. Hemorrhoids are doing pretty good. I retired from pushing while I poop. So now no more hemorrhoids. I want the Leafs to win it. I doubt they will. Yeah. So is Austin beatable for me? Yes, he is. I know exactly where I need to put a little bit more effort into training. Generally, not the spot that I'm ever worried about losing from. Stylistically, he's just great. So I do a lot of training trying to close the holes in my weaknesses versus just like training my good spot over and over and over. I much prefer to be a complete arm wrestler. Yeah, for $100, I'll flex an arm for you. That's cool. Yeah, so Austin, if I train specifically for him, knowing exactly how he's going to pull now, I believe I can, but I would definitely need to get a little stronger in those couple of areas that I definitely know where they are that I need to focus on to beat that guy. But most matches I'm going to be in, that is never an area I ever get beaten on. Yeah, he's really fucking strong. All right. I am signing off here. I got to get ready for the hockey game and I got to take a piss and do all that stuff. Plus, I haven't really slept in 2 days. So, all right, guys, I love you all. Check out that video that we got later tonight, and then we'll put out the videos of the matches as we go. And yes, I did win the beer. Aaron, all hands, right-handed. I don't know. We didn't get to pull fresh for fresh, but I think right-handed would be a much tougher match for me. He's really good with both. All right. Later, guys.